If a woman wants to get intimate, she'll always say this psychology facts, Old Stoic wisdom. Did you know that nearly 80% of our communication is nonverbal? Every look, every touch, and every change in voice carries weight, often speaking louder than words. When it comes to intimacy, women don't always express their desires directly, yet their signals are there, subtle but powerful. Welcome to Stoicism where we help you navigate love and relationships with the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Here's the truth. Many men miss the signs when a woman wants to get closer. It's not that she isn't interested, it's just that she communicates her desires in ways that require a keen eye. Women often don't come right out and say things. Instead, they hint, suggest, and leave clues. But only the man who knows how to pick up on these signs can understand what she truly means. In this video, we'll explore the key phrases that women often use when they want to connect on a deeper, more intimate level. These phrases might seem casual at first glance, but they hold significant meaning. And if you stay with me till the end, I'll reveal one phrase that is more telling than any other. Let's dive into the art of understanding the unspoken language of intimacy. 1. I wish this night would never end. When a woman tells you, I wish this night would never end, she's revealing a deep emotional connection, subtly expressing that she doesn't want the moment to be over. This phrase isn't just about the present, it's a sign that she feels safe, valued, and drawn to you. Whether you're sharing a meaningful conversation, laughing over a drink, or simply walking under the night sky, her words indicate a desire to prolong the moment, possibly even in a more intimate way. In Stoic philosophy, we learn from Marcus Aurelius that very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Understanding her words through this lens means recognizing that her attraction is not about grand gestures, but about how you make her feel in the present moment, safe, heard, and emotionally engaged. Your response is crucial. A man who lives by Stoic principles does not rush or force anything. He understands that true connection is built on patience, confidence, and presence. Instead of overanalyzing or pushing the moment further, a simple yet powerful reply, such as, "Me too." The best moments always go by too fast, keeps the connection alive, respects the natural flow of attraction, and makes her feel even more drawn to you. This response aligns with the Stoic life, where wisdom dictates that we remain composed and allow things to unfold naturally rather than being driven by impulse. It's in the stillness, in the ability to hold back while still acknowledging the moment, that a woman finds an undeniable sense of mystery and respect. Attraction thrives on emotional pacing, and a Stoic man knows how to control the tempo of a conversation, a date, or an intimate moment. A man who practices Stoicism does not chase, but rather attracts by being centered, calm, and unshaken by external validation. When a woman signals her interest in this way, it's not about jumping to the next step, but about appreciating the moment for what it is, letting her feel that she is with a man who understands patience, depth, and presence. The modern Stoic does not act out of desperation. He understands that intimacy is not something to be rushed, but something that naturally unfolds when the energy is right. Like a warrior in control of his emotions, he leads without force, allowing desire to build. If you've ever noticed that the most attractive men are the ones who seem effortlessly composed, it's because they understand this fundamental truth. Women are drawn to a man who doesn't seek approval, but who simply is. So next time you hear her say, "I wish this night would never end," recognize it for what it is, an invitation to be fully present, to acknowledge the connection, and to let the moment evolve without force. A true Stoic does not fear time running out. He embraces each moment fully, knowing that attraction flourishes in the space between desire and anticipation. Have you ever experienced a moment like this? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your insights might help another man understand the subtle art of attraction. 2. I feel so safe with you. When a woman tells you, "I feel so safe with you," understand that she isn't just making a casual remark. She's revealing something deeply rooted in her psychology, her need for security and trust. Women are naturally drawn to men who provide a sense of stability, not just in a physical sense, but on an emotional and psychological level. It's not about whether you can protect her from danger in a dark alley. It's about whether she can let her guard down around you, knowing that you won't betray her trust or make her feel uncertain about where she stands with you. Modern Stoicism teaches that a man should be unwavering in his presence, a rock amidst the chaos. A woman instinctively recognizes a man who embodies Stoic principles, calm, grounded, and emotionally unshaken. According to a 2019 Psychology Today article, emotional security is one of the strongest predictors of long-term attraction. Women don't chase unpredictability or instability. Instead, they seek out men who provide mental, emotional, and physical security. When she expresses that she feels safe, she is letting you know that you've passed a crucial test, one that determines whether she sees you as someone she can truly open up to. It means she trusts you, feels comfortable in your presence, and views you as a man she can be vulnerable around without fear of judgment or emotional harm. Imagine walking with her on a cool evening, the streetlights casting long shadows as she instinctively moves closer, brushing against your arm. She looks up at you with a soft smile and says, "I feel so safe with you." In that moment, she's not just talking about the physical setting, she's revealing something far deeper, her emotional connection with you. In modern Stoicism, true masculinity isn't about dominance or control. It's about being a steady, unshaken force in her life. A man who practices modern Stoic principles understands that real strength is in consistency, emotional intelligence, and the ability to create a space where she feels secure. The mistake most men make? They shrug it off, responding with a dismissive, "Of course," or "You don't have to worry about anything." That's the wrong move. Instead, this is your opportunity to deepen the bond. Look her in the eyes and say, "You deserve to feel safe, always." That simple phrase does two powerful things. It acknowledges her emotions and reassures her that she made the right choice in trusting you. In a world filled with uncertainty, a woman is naturally drawn to a man who remains composed, unaffected by external chaos. A modern Stoic man doesn't seek validation or approval. He operates from a place of self-assurance, allowing her to relax in his presence without fear of emotional turbulence. By embodying Stoic principles, you become the man she doesn't just want, but needs. A man whose presence soothes her, whose words hold weight, and whose actions align with the stability she craves. When she tells you she feels safe, don't take it lightly. Recognize it for what it is, a sign of deep emotional intimacy, a silent request for continued security, and an invitation to strengthen the connection even further. 3. You smell so good. At first glance, it seems like just another compliment. But let's get one thing straight. When a woman says, "You smell so good," she isn't just talking about your cologne. She's revealing something far deeper, an attraction embedded in primal psychology, a pull she may not even fully understand. Science backs this up. Oxford University research confirms that scent is the most powerful trigger for memory and emotion. Smell bypasses logic and cuts straight to the subconscious. It's tied to mate selection, intimacy, and deep-seated desire. A woman who's drawn to your scent isn't just enjoying the fragrance, you've triggered something in her brain that makes her want to be near you. This is the blessing of Stoicism, understanding human nature without being enslaved by it. Here's how it plays out in real life. You're standing there, relaxed, unbothered, exuding the quiet strength of a modern Stoic. She leans in, takes a breath, and suddenly says it. "Wow, you smell so good. What happens next?" She lingers. She stays close. She subtly repositions herself to remain within range of that scent. She might even repeat the compliment. Why? Because that fragrance is now tied to the way she feels around you. Even when you're not there, she'll remember it. And if she remembers it, she remembers you. Now, here's where Stoic lessons separate the weak from the strong. Most men fumble this moment. They downplay it, brush it off, or, worse, Respond like every other guy. Wrong move. A simple, thanks. That does nothing. That's how ordinary men respond. And ordinary men are forgettable. Right move. A slow smirk, a knowing glance, and a confident response. I'm glad you like it. It's one of my favourites. No over-explanation, no nervousness, just controlled, powerful presence. That single moment implants an association. Your scent, your energy, your presence, all tied to something irresistible. This is how a Stoic man commands attention without chasing. He lets attraction unfold naturally. He remains unshaken, always in control, never desperate for validation. And when you understand this, you don't just wear confidence, you are confidence. As Marcus Aurelius said, a man's worth is no greater than his ambitions. Your ambition is to become the man who attracts effortlessly, who commands a room without saying a word. Master this, and you'll understand the true power of attraction. If this insight hit home, don't just read, take action. Hit like, drop a comment below with, I am in control of my presence, and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom and psychological mastery. 4. I was just thinking about you. When a woman says, I was just thinking about you, do not take it lightly. This is not a casual statement. It is a signal, a door opening. Women do not waste their thoughts on men who do not matter. This phrase means she has been replaying moments with you in her mind, analysing, feeling, desiring. You have made an impact, deep enough to linger in her subconscious. This is where the blessing of Stoicism comes in. A Stoic man never reacts impulsively. He recognises signals but does not rush. He lets the world reveal itself to him. Your response must be calculated, powerful. The weak man overreacts, shows his hand too soon, and loses his edge. The modern Stoic understands that attraction is a dance of tension and mystery. Do not simply acknowledge her words, make her work for your presence. A master of Stoic lessons knows that when a woman hints at desire, the best response is controlled curiosity. Say, oh yeah? What were you thinking? This keeps her engaged, forces her to reveal more. It keeps you in control. This is the power of modern Stoicism. You lead, she follows. Marcus Aurelius once said, a man's worth is no greater than his ambitions. If your ambition is to be desired, respected, and sought after, then you must understand the psychology behind female attraction. A woman does not say this to every man, only to the ones she cannot get out of her mind. And that, my friend, is where your power lies. She thinks about you because you are unpredictable, a mystery she cannot fully solve. This is the lesson of the blessing of Stoicism. Never become too easy, too available, too expected. In modern life, men give away their power too easily, texting back instantly, over-explaining, reacting emotionally. A Stoic man does not chase. He lets the world chase him. If she is thinking about you, it means she is drawn into your energy. Let her lean in further. Make her earn your attention. Because the second you give away your mystery, the spell is broken. This is the art of attraction, the wisdom of the ancients applied to modern relationships. Women respect men who hold their ground, who are not swayed by flattery, who understand the power of silence and delayed response. This is why Stoic lessons are more relevant than ever. Do not be desperate. Do not be too eager. Control the frame. She must feel that winning your attention is a privilege, not a guarantee. If you are ready to master the psychology of attraction and dominate your relationships with the power of modern Stoicism, then take action now. Like this post, comment, I control my presence, and subscribe for more elite insights. The path to power is walked by those who understand the mind. Will you be the one who controls the game or the one who is played? The choice is yours. 5. I just want to be around you. When a woman tells you, I just want to be around you, she isn't merely stating a preference for your company. She's revealing a profound level of attraction. This phrase is a psychological cue, an invitation into her world where she seeks emotional and physical connection. Modern Stoicism teaches that a man should remain composed and perceptive, understanding the deeper meaning behind words rather than reacting impulsively. Women are naturally drawn to men who make them feel a sense of warmth, safety, and excitement. If she consistently seeks out your presence, it's because you provide an energy that makes her feel good. In relationships, emotions often dictate attraction far more than logic, and her desire to be near you is a clear sign of emotional investment. In modern life, where distractions and superficial interactions dominate, a woman choosing to spend time with you over countless other options is a strong indicator of her interest. A modern Stoic man does not chase or force attraction. He understands that genuine connection grows naturally. Instead of brushing off her words or assuming they are casual, use this as an opportunity to deepen your bond. A smart response is to playfully ask, "What is it about me that you like being around?" This not only invites her to articulate her feelings, but also strengthens the emotional thread between you. Modern Stoicism teaches that relationships should be approached with awareness and self-mastery, recognizing that attraction is built on how you make someone feel rather than what you say. Women, by nature, are intuitive. They pick up on a man's confidence, emotional stability, and the way he carries himself. If you remain centered, calm, and unattached to validation, she will find your presence even more magnetic. Attraction isn't about seeking approval, but about embodying a presence that naturally draws people in. This is where Stoic principles come into play. Maintain your frame, enjoy the moment, and let her attraction grow without rushing to define it. In a fast-paced world where many men seek immediate gratification, the modern Stoic understands that patience and composure set him apart. The way you respond to a woman's subtle signals determines whether she feels a deeper connection or loses interest. Instead of overanalyzing or seeking to control the situation, let her words be an invitation for deeper interaction. This is the art of attraction through emotional intelligence. By making her feel heard, valued, and emotionally safe, you naturally become the man she wants to be close to. 6. I don't usually do this, but... When a woman says, "I don't usually do this, but..." you must understand the power behind those words. This is not just a casual remark, it is a revelation, a psychological gateway into her subconscious mind. She is stepping beyond her usual limits, breaking her own rules, and making an exception for you. This is where modern Stoicism and the blessing of Stoicism come into play. A true Stoic does not react emotionally or impulsively, but instead sees the deeper meaning behind actions. She is signaling something crucial. She feels safe, intrigued, and drawn to you in a way that disrupts her norm. This is where most men fail. They either downplay it or become overly excited. A modern Stoic understands that attraction is built not just on what is said, but on how one responds. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When she steps out of her comfort zone, she is testing the waters, seeing if you are a man worthy of leading her into uncharted territory. Your response determines everything. If you acknowledge it with presence, control, and a hint of playfulness, you solidify her attraction. The best response? A confident smile, a steady gaze, and the words, "I like that you're being spontaneous with me." Why? Because it validates her actions, acknowledges her risk, and makes her feel secure in her decision. This is how Stoic lessons in relationships work. You remain unshaken, yet deeply aware of the psychology at play. Many men rush to fill the silence, eager to reciprocate with an unnecessary explanation, or worse, self-doubt. But a man who understands the principles of the blessing of Stoicism knows that less is more. Let her words hang in the air. Let her feel the weight of what she just confessed. Let her recognize that you are a man who moves with purpose, not desperation. In modern life, where attraction is often dictated by fleeting emotions and superficial interactions, the man who embodies the discipline of Stoicism holds the true advantage. Women respect a man who knows himself, who does not chase but attracts by virtue of his presence. Theodore Roosevelt once said, "Speak softly and carry a big stick. You will go far." This is the essence of how you should carry yourself. When she breaks her own pattern for you, do not downplay it. Recognize the significance. She is handing you the keys to deeper intimacy and connection. but only if you handle it with mastery. If you understand this principle, you will see that attraction is not about grand gestures or constant validation. It is about being the kind of man a woman naturally wants to break her own rules for. The modern Stoic does not seek approval, he commands it. Now take this wisdom and apply it. Be the man who understands the depth of psychology, who embraces the Stoic lessons that separate the ordinary from the extraordinary. If you've ever witnessed this moment before, if a woman has ever said, "I don't usually do this, but," comment below. I recognize the power in this moment. And if you want more insights into mastering attraction through the blessing of Stoicism, like this post, subscribe, and take control of your destiny. 7. I can't stop thinking about that night. A woman's words often hold more meaning than what's on the surface, especially when it comes to attraction and intimacy. When a woman tells you this, she's not just reminiscing, she's inviting you to step into a shared memory with her. Unlike men, who can often be captivated by a single moment, women experience attraction in layers, weaving emotions, memories, and deeper connections into their desire. This statement is a psychological cue, a subconscious test to see if you understand the emotional weight behind her words. She's gauging whether you're perceptive enough to pick up on her signals, whether you're tuned in to the rhythm of her emotions. The modern Stoic understands that attraction isn't about reacting impulsively, but about maintaining a grounded presence. Your response should not be desperate or overly eager. Instead, you engage with poise and control. A powerful way to respond is with playful curiosity. "Oh, yeah. Which part was your favorite?" This seemingly simple question works on multiple levels. It invites her to engage deeper, reflect on what made that night special, and, more importantly, it allows her to relive those emotions in real time. If she responds with something flirty or deeply personal, she's handing you the key to deepen the connection. This is where modern Stoicism plays a crucial role. By staying composed, reading between the lines, and understanding that attraction is a dance of tension and release. Many men make the mistake of overanalyzing or rushing forward when given such an opening. But the man who embodies Stoic principles knows that confidence is in restraint, in allowing the moment to unfold rather than forcing an outcome. He doesn't react emotionally. He observes, understands, and responds with intention. This ability to remain calm and collected while guiding the interaction subtly increases his magnetism. The truth about attraction is that it thrives in anticipation and unspoken energy. By keeping your response light yet engaging, you leave space for her to lean in further, to crave more of your presence. Modern Stoicism teaches that control over one's emotions leads to control over the dynamics of any relationship. When you apply this mindset, you naturally become the kind of man a woman desires, not because you're chasing her, but because you stand firm in your presence, unaffected yet fully aware. The lesson here is simple. When she gives you an emotional opening, recognize it for what it is. Don't rush, don't overplay it, but don't ignore it either. Engage her in a way that makes her feel understood and excited to keep the connection alive. In the end, attraction isn't about knowing the right lines, it's about embodying the right mindset. The modern Stoic doesn't seek validation. He creates an environment where attraction flows naturally toward him. 8. I feel so happy when I'm with you. A woman's emotions are deeply tied to her attraction, and when she says, "I feel so happy when I'm with you," it's not just a passing remark, it's a revelation of her emotional state. This statement means you bring her joy, comfort, and a sense of emotional safety, which are key elements in attraction. In modern Stoicism, a man who understands the power of his presence is one who commands respect and admiration. He does not chase validation, but rather cultivates an aura of stability and peace that naturally draws others in. Women are instinctively drawn to men who uplift their spirits, make them laugh, and provide an environment where they can express their femininity without fear of judgment. If she vocalizes her happiness when she's with you, it's a sign she feels deeply connected and values the emotional space you create. A modern Stoic man knows that attraction is not just about appearance or words, It's about energy, confidence, and the ability to remain grounded in all situations. He doesn't need to overanalyze her words or question her sincerity. Instead, he understands that when a woman feels genuinely happy in his presence, she's already emotionally investing in him. The best response in this situation is to maintain composure, smile, and say, "I love seeing you happy." This response subtly reinforces the emotional connection without appearing needy or overly reactive. It acknowledges her feelings while maintaining the masculine frame of a man who is confident in his value. Modern Stoicism teaches that a man should never rely on external validation to define his worth, but he should also recognize the significance of making others feel valued in his presence. Women crave emotional experiences, and a man who can provide stability while also making her feel excited and appreciated will naturally become someone she wants to be close to. In relationships, Stoic principles remind us that emotions are fleeting, but consistency in character is what builds deep connections. Instead of overreacting to a woman's words or trying too hard to impress her, focus on being the man who exudes quiet strength, unwavering confidence, and emotional depth. This is what makes you stand out. Women respect men who are attuned to their emotions but do not get lost in them. So, when she tells you she feels happy around you, see it as a sign of her growing attraction. Respond with grace, maintain your masculine frame, and understand that true connection is built on the foundation of presence, confidence, and a deep sense of self-mastery. 9. We should hang out somewhere more private. When a woman tells you we should hang out somewhere more private, understand that she's sending a clear signal. This is where many men falter, not because they don't hear the words, but because they overanalyze them, second-guessing the moment. They assume she's just being polite, making a casual suggestion, or that they need to read between the lines more than they actually do. But the reality is simpler than that. When a woman wants to spend one-on-one time with you, she will subtly test the waters, offering hints to see if you are perceptive enough to recognize them. This is where the modern Stoic man separates himself from the rest, by understanding human nature without being swayed by unnecessary doubt. Marcus Aurelius once said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Women operate in a similar way when it comes to attraction. They will not suggest privacy unless there is intent behind it. Context is everything. Imagine you're at a social event, a busy cafe, or a loud gathering. She leans in and softly says, "We should hang out somewhere more private." This is not random, it's deliberate. Women do not suggest private moments with just anyone. They do so with a man they feel safe with, someone whose presence intrigues them, someone with whom they desire deeper connection. A Stoic man, grounded and unshaken, recognizes the weight of such moments without feeling the need to overreact. He does not rush, he does not hesitate, he simply acknowledges what is happening and responds with controlled confidence. Seneca once noted, "A wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be, without wishing for what he is not." This applies even in attraction. When you are present, observant, and calm, you recognize opportunities without the anxiety of wondering what might have been. The best response? Keep it natural. That sounds like a great idea. Let's find a spot where we can really talk. This response does two things. It keeps the interaction smooth, and it reassures her that you're on the same page without adding unnecessary pressure. In a world where many men either misread signals or push too hard, the Stoic man remains balanced. He understands that attraction, like all things in life, is best approached with self-control, patience, and wisdom. The more composed and at ease you are, the more she will be drawn to your presence. So, ask yourself, do you recognize when a woman is signaling her interest? Or do you let doubt cloud your judgment? Remember, confidence is not about saying the perfect thing. It's about understanding the moment and responding with certainty. Share your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever encountered this situation? How did you respond? And what did you learn from it? Let's discuss. Final thoughts. Thank you for watching, my friend. I hope these insights into female psychology and attraction have given you a new perspective. Remember, women don't always say things directly, but if you pay attention to the signals and respond with confidence and sincerity, you'll build a deeper emotional connection. Here's a piece of advice. When she says something like, "I love the way you make me feel," don't just hear it. Acknowledge it with warmth and honesty. A simple response like, "That means a lot to me because I love being around you too," will leave a lasting impression and deepen the bond between you both. If this video helped you, please hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments below by saying, "I never knew this before." And don't forget to subscribe to Stoicism Win for more valuable insights on female psychology and attraction. Until next time, stay wise and confident. See you in the next video.